Did it rain on you?
Yeah.
And you kept playing?
What?
And you kept playing or you paused?
I kept.
Wow.
It's like I took a shower.
Right. Are you trying to get sick intentionally?
No.
Hi everyone, welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're excited. Please continue to like the stream so that YouTube can recommend my channel to other people. Thank you so much for joining us. So today we are making dinner. Babe, stop. So today we're gonna make some not so common dinner, okay? And we have done several meal preparations on this channel, so if you ever run out of any dinner idea and you're wondering like, what can I do for today? What am I gonna cook? Well, you can have several ideas out of the channel, so yeah. So if you're new here, I'm always doing live stream cooking every single evening. Yeah, I also do live stream fitness at the gym every single day. And on Saturdays, I do live dance fitness sessions at home. So if that is something that actually would excite you or you'll be into, or would you just basically want to watch something on TV or on YouTube or on your phone that is not staged, basically, then you'll be in for a treat, okay? So thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to grow my channel. I know maybe somebody was like, didn't I see this chick walking out of the gym? She also cooks. Yes, I do. So I do 3 things that are consistent: cooking, dancing, and fitness. All those in the name of fitness. Well, the cooking part is more of a passion, so yeah. So yeah, like I said, if any of those would be something that you're interested in to keep you company, binge watching, whichever you name it. So just please subscribe, like the live stream so that YouTube can recommend my channel to other people as well. I would really appreciate it. Okay, so first you have to get all your veggies cleaned up, right? You wash, you cut, you put aside, you wash, you cut, you put aside, okay? So that's what we are doing. In the meantime, also don't forget to interact with us. Um, Basically, just tell us where you're watching from, if you like the channel so far, anything you'd like to contribute. I don't know, basically just keep us engaged. Leave us a comment, a like, share, subscribe, all the above, okay? Any is appreciated, so thank you so much for being here. So I'm trying to make some tomato salsa with a twist of cucumbers in it. So that's why I am I'm peeling actually my cucumber. Yes. I'm gonna make some tomato salsa on the side with a twist. I think you guys have seen like cucumbers being mixed with salads mostly, but yeah, tomato salsa is not so far off from a salad. It's basically just tiny slices. Actually, it depends on the size mostly, but I would classify it as a salad. Yeah, I mean, why not? Actually, I have been suffering to cut my cucumbers, and I have a perfect slice over here, and that is this baby over here. I'm just gonna cut off the final part from last time, and then I'm gonna go in with that, and just like that, we get some perfect slices. The thing is, I need them to be thin, but I also need to cut them again because I need them not only to be thin, I need them to be tiny again. I don't just need them to stay this circular because I'm not doing the Shopska salad today. I'm doing a different salad, which is tomato salsa. Yes, so this is what we need to do. Yes, we need to make them even more tinier than the circles that we get here. So, yes. I'm just going to cut that in again. Yes. Just like that. Basically, as long as you've peeled them, you're doing amazing. Okay. Okay. They are bringing in the parts that I'm also trying. I'm sort of making like tiny cubes, which is what we're going for. I mean, cucumbers are a good, healthy meal that you can have with literally anything on the side. And they have this fresh taste to them, so don't worry about how they look. As long as you can still feel the taste, you're good. Okay, so yeah, onto the last ones. Okay, next thing, the tomato. I'm going to cut that and add it into the mix. So guys, as you enjoy the channel, please don't forget to hit the like button, okay? So that other people can also enjoy the same content. Yeah. Thank you so much. I see a lot of people are sending me messages. Unfortunately, I cannot respond now until my hands are free. So don't be upset if I haven't responded. I'm trying to just get on schedule. I honestly love tomato salsa. Like back home, if you're selling something and you make this on the side, a lot of people would actually come to buy your meals because it just has some freshness to it and it's just amazing. It goes with a lot of things also. So you can have them with fries, you can have them with potato wedges, you can have them with mashed potatoes. Basically, you can make them for anything. Okay, you can make them for rice dishes. We actually have this rice dish called pilau. It's very common in the coastal area, and yes, it goes perfectly with it. Okay, and I'm not just saying pilau as the only meal that goes well with it, but also basically rice dishes, they do so well with tomato salsa. Like people love them. Okay, so basically just mixing up tomatoes, onions. The basic ingredient, fundamental ingredient is tomatoes and onions. Everything there going up is an addition. You can add some green chilies, you can add some cucumber like I just did with mine. You can add some avocado slices, yeah. So basically the base is tomatoes and onions. And it's not just any onions, but the red onions. I find the white onions to be a bit different when you make it with them. So I think red onions have some special ingredients to it. So I don't know. Maybe if somebody tells me otherwise, like if you can convince me otherwise, then no problem. But I have experienced a lot of red onions. But it's mostly like what we have back home. We mostly have red onions. Yes, we do have the white onion as well, but it's not as common on the tomato salsa as the red one. Okay, so even if you make some boiled eggs for breakfast, it's literally addition. You can add this. It goes so well. It goes so well even on toast. You see those avocado and toast that people make? Yeah. If you add tomato salsa to it and you add some avocado, you're doing amazing. You will never be the same again. You will never want anything different. So you should try it. Just put some salt. You can put some lemon juice in it. Anything you choose between that is fine. But the basic, like I said, is tomatoes, onions, red onions to be specific, is the base. So anything else from there, it's just an addition. You can add some coriander because that is like the third most favorite thing that people usually add. But if you don't have coriander, then you can always improvise. Yeah, I was thinking about red onions so much, I thought I had them. Guess who's using white onions? This guy. Yeah. So we're gonna use white onions, sorry. Yeah. But like I said, red onions have some taste to it which is still fine. I think it's because they have that spicy feeling to them. The white onions are a bit sweet and sugary. I don't know if everybody experienced the same thing, but yeah, that's what I've noticed about the white onions. They're a bit sweeter, sugary. So let's use some available onions. Maybe I should have gone with available onions, but honestly, we do it with red onions. I'm not saying white onion is bad, but mostly we do it with red onions. Only that white onions taste different with it because white onions are sweet. They have this sweet feeling to them, sweet taste. Red onions have some spiciness to it. Okay. I'm just going to slice them into very tiny pieces because I want them to be as consumable as possible. Okay, so I've come close to what I'm looking for. That's it. I am crying, guys. I'm crying. I cut the onion and I didn't rinse it in half after I cut it. I just washed it after peeling the skin, but after cutting it, I didn't rinse it. So I'm crying because the juice is out here trying to finish me. Okay, so for our salsa, that's it. The white onions on top, the tomatoes, and then the base has cucumbers, okay? Peeled and like tiny pieces cut into cubes. So don't just add your cucumbers and say, oh no, she didn't say peeled. I did. I peeled them. When you peel them, they become easy to chew. Yeah. And now they look like avocados. Like when I mix them up, someone would literally think my tomato salsa has some avocado to it, but it doesn't have it. Okay. Like when you have a look at it, it does look like it has some avocados, but the green things are actually cucumbers. So now that I'm done with it, I'm gonna set it aside, put it in the fridge to chill. When I'm ready, I will be serving with it, okay? Okay, so with that done and said and done, we're gonna need some onion for our next procedure. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, this is done. Set it aside. Next thing we need to do is green and red bell peppers. And we move on to the next tray. And guess what? After that, we're literally starting our journey. Oh my Lord. That one was making me cry. Emotional abuse. So I had to wash my face. The next thing you need to wash is your green bell peppers. What is left, you can keep it. Okay, so I'm always removing like my seeds from the green bell peppers and the red bell peppers because, well, these things are literally dangerous. When you heat the pan with oil and you dump them in there, do you know that they just jump and burn you literally? Like they want to burn your skin and everything, and you're just trying to cook. So I once had one jump next to my eyelid and it was literally ripped off skin. So that was fun. Yeah, so always just remove them. Also, I hear they just sit in your stomach and do nothing at all. It might be wrong, but I don't use them in my meals. I just remove them. I've also seen a lot of chefs just removing them. So I don't know. If, however, you're somebody who just cooks them, I don't know. Well, if that's okay with you, then as long as you're happy, I'm happy for you. Okay? So yeah. You're not cutting this in a specific order. You just need them to be a bit cubes, like tiny cubes, and that's it. And then we will be using them. Okay, so that's done. We're done. We're done, we're done, we're done with things that need to be chopped, things that need to be sliced. We're moving to the next chapter. So you see that I have a huge chopping board. I use two opposite sides to do two different things. One side I use for meats and the other side I use for veggies. So don't judge me. Thanks a lot for not judging me. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna start doing is preparing our meat department of this process. Okay, so first we're gonna wash. and they're huge. Literally very huge. I mean, at least to me, I see that they're huge, so I'm just gonna cut this more, leave more space. Okay. I'm gonna store this and this. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna apply some oil in here, just so my chicken can slide in on it. Right. I'm gonna rub it on both sides because we need the oil. Oh yeah, we are baking the chicken, so don't panic. Yeah. Okay. So the next thing we should add is some salt, pepper, basically salt and spices. Salt. This salt is the finest grind of salt, so it's hard to tell if you've put too much or too little. So just whichever salt you're using, try not to put too much because there are things that are hard to reverse, especially baked. If it is stew, you can add water, boil it some more, or add some milk. Yes, it's very easy to reduce salt with milk. So salt done. Black pepper comes next. Okay, I'm just gonna apply on the top part of it. The next thing I'm going to do is my mixed spice. I'm trying not to use too much of because it has all the mix of spices in there. And my newest addition, cayenne. Yes, cayenne pepper. So cayenne is basically red bell pepper, if you're wondering. The side doesn't seem to favor me at all. I'm going to use the other open side. Try not to do too much. Okay, so that's it. We're done. we're starting the process. I'm gonna put this in the oven. While that happens, I'm going to cook my rice with everything that I have here, okay? I always put it as close as possible, and then I turn on the heat, sometimes to a max, mostly to a max, because the rice cooks under 20 minutes, and well, I don't want the rice to be done and then you still have to wait for the chicken to come out. I'd rather the chicken wait for the rice, but not the other way around. So, right. Just want to transfer some leftover meat and put it in the fridge so we can use this time actually. Okay, so moving in hot. Just gonna wait for my pan to heat up. While it does that, I'm gonna clean everything, every single thing that I've used and set it aside. I'll be back. Yeah, your hair looks like some bad skin is happening. Anybody care for some grapes? No? Okay. I asked. Holy crap. So apparently it was sitting wrongly. Yes, and that needed to be fixed. Okay, let's test this with a tiny spoon. This is ready. So first of all, you need to at least have your potatoes turn brown. Okay, because I'm doing rice with potatoes. And if I don't have them turn brown first, they're gonna be smashed while I add the rice, and they're gonna be like soggy, and they're basically gonna turn into mush. And that's not what I'm looking for. I need them to be stable, and I always do this because it helps them with that. You first need to have them fried in so they can turn in their stable state. They can be hard and stable. So once that is done, then I can proceed. Yeah, so you have to be careful not to have them bang, okay? You need them to turn brown on both sides. So I just checked up on mine and they're fine. Okay, so now we're gonna check up on the other side. Yeah, doing amazing. So basically, you're just going to turn both sides so that they can turn brown. They can fry and give you the brown color. And once that is done, then they can survive while they're being cooked together with anything. Especially if it's something like rice that doesn't take too much of your time. So yeah. 6 all times, waiting to roast on the other side, which will take so long. So let's start preparing our rice. And if you guys remember, if you've been watching my channel, there's something I've always said about rice. Depending on the cup size that you use to measure your rice, you will double the water of that same measurement that you have used to measure the rice. So let's say if you're making 1 cup of rice, you're gonna make 2 cups of water for that exact measurement, okay? Yeah, so I always like to use a cup because it's also easy to use water with it. Yeah, and again, depending on anything else that goes with the rice or is cooked together with the rice, then you can add a bit of water. Sometimes you can also add like a 1/4 cup of water after the 2 cups, just doing the calculations of just in case the heat was too high and the rice couldn't cook on time with it, or there was evaporation or anything of that sort. Like basically you're adding small amounts just for emergency. Okay. So today we're making 2 cups, and this is our 2nd cup. So I'm gonna have 4 cups of water because 1 cup is 2. I'm gonna have 4. And also since I'm adding all this, I'm gonna add just an extra cup. So basically 5 cups. Okay, so yeah, like I said before, all you have to do is use something for measurement and double the size of water with that. Also, while you're here guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like this video and keep watching. So our potatoes are basically done their best, turning brown on both sides. Yes, we are not looking for them to cook per se, like we don't want them to be well cooked, we just want them to roast on both sides. Like if they started being like fries, I would start eating them right now, but we don't want that, okay? So that's not what we're doing, that's not why we're here. We're here to cook. Okay, so basically now they're stable enough. You can turn them, you can move them around without the fear of having to break them or crack them or whatever. So I'm gonna go in and add my carrots. I'm gonna go in and add my carrots that I had cracked. How? By myself. Wow. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do with the carrots, because carrots also take less time, is add my onions. I just need my onions to turn a bit of brown, but it's not necessary. As long as they soak in the oil, not necessary, okay? Remember, we have our green and red bell peppers here waiting, but we need to add the rice. The red and green bell peppers, we're gonna add them halfway, because if we add them now, then they're gonna be mashed up and they're gonna turn into some paste and stew, and they're basically gonna get cooked and they're gonna melt, and we don't want that. We're gonna wash our rice next. So wash your rice, then turn it into the mix. Okay? Yeah, my onions are doing amazing. They're even giving me the aroma. Yeah. So let's add in this rice and get on with it. do is add the salt. Be careful not to do too much because the thing with rice is once you add the salt, there's no reverse gear, okay? You can't change that. So I'm just gonna add some water. I'm using warm water, of course. That's our fourth glass. Okay. Our potatoes are still sitting nicely on top. Nothing has mashed. Remember when I said you need to add a quarter cup for anything extra that you add into the mix? Our potatoes are half cooked, so I'm just going to add a tiny bit of water for just in case. And that's enough. So I placed 4 glasses of water for the rice purely, and then I added a tiny bit quarter of water for the rice, for the potatoes. Well, our salt isn't so far off, but I'm going to add just a little bit of it because once the water simmers, the salt is going to come back up again. So yeah. After this, I'm just going to go with some cumin seeds. If you have cumin powder, it's okay, but I like to add the cumin seeds, and they're full seeds, they're not grinded yet, and I just like them like that. If I had powder, I would use, but then I have seeds, so just add that, and that's it now. Wait for it to cook. Okay. And in a few minutes, I'm going to send those shout outs to everybody that is sending me comment sections, that is actually sending me messages in the comment section. So stay with me, please don't leave Murifa, don't go, okay? So just give me 2 seconds, clean up the rest of the things that came up again. finish cooking while everything is clean, so don't mind me going through all around trying to leave everything as I found it. Yeah, chicken is sitting in there doing the least. Okay, now that I'm actually done, so Eric Hickerson, hi, shout out to you. He said just joined the channel and give you a thumbs up. Thank you so much, Eric. Eric Hickerson. Sorry, I'm combining your name. Virginia Gutierrez. She said hi, Virginia. Shout out to you. Mohammed Yassi said hi, Mohammed. Shout out to you. Somebody called Joseph Jurado say, damn, a fine, beautiful woman. Thank you so much. We have Shalom Muvena. I can't read that. I think maybe it's French. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah. And Shalom. Yeah. Mawena. I said Muvena at first, but it's Mawena. And he said salute. So I'm guessing that is hello. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please don't forget to give us a comment, leave us your opinion, what you think about the channel. We're always making this live stream for meal preparation every single evening, and every single day I make live stream at the gym for fitness workouts. So if that is something that will interest you, please don't forget to subscribe. I also do dance fitness sessions on Saturdays because I don't go to the gym on Saturdays. Sort of my rest day, but yeah, so I do dance fitness sessions on Saturday. If that is something that also would interest you, please don't forget to subscribe, and let's keep watching. You're gonna see how our final meal presentation looks like. I always do that at the end of the meal. I'm not just gonna cook and walk out, okay? So continue to subscribe, continue to like the video so that YouTube can recommend my channel to other people. I'm really trying to grow this channel, and I really appreciate your support, so keep watching. Baby, something about cooking rice, once the water goes below the surface of the meal, you have to kind of reduce the heat, start reducing the heat slowly, because otherwise sometimes that's how it starts to burn. Yeah, pro tip. Okay, so today I have been cooking two things, and I feel like I should have been cooking the third thing, but why not? Let's just cook this one thing, okay? Not gonna lie, the chicken looks fine. But then I'm like, what else can I do? Should I make a salad, a drink? Probably should make a drink. For those who are wondering, it's non-alcoholic, by the way. Oh, baby, okay. People literally provoke us intentionally. Oh no! My Sheila, oh no! Oh no, my Sheila, oh no. Guys, please continue to like the video, please. While you're here, please continue to subscribe. Okay, so first you need a lemon slice, not the whole thing, okay? Yeah, I was thinking it's just gonna run through it, but it did nothing. So I'm just gonna use my knife to kind of fold it and squeeze it. Yes. The next thing you're gonna do is you need some syrup, which I don't know how to put on camera so that YouTube doesn't think I'm advertising for them, but yo, whichever syrup, it's like bar syrup or whatever, okay? They're always flavored, I think you know them, so whatever it is you choose to use, fine. But once YouTube sees this, they're gonna think I'm advertising, and that's gonna be a mess. And the next thing you need is some sparkling water, and your drink is done. Basically, you're creating your own soda, and you're controlling how much sugar goes in it, so. All right. Now, since you're not a bartender and you don't have a bar spoon, Pick anything of your favorite. I'm gonna go with a frog. Okay? And the sugars, the syrup always sits at the bottom. For some reason, it refuses to mix. But you're just going to squeeze your lemon in it while reaching the sugar syrup that you placed in there. Whew. Okay, so now it's changing color. You're basically, it's like you're making a virgin mojito, but with different ingredients. Okay? It's actually a nice drink for summer. Yes, you can add some ice cubes, you can add some mint in there if you have them. But hey, this is how our drink looks like. It's not much, but it's really tasty. You should try it. Okay, by the sound of things, or maybe my ancestors just told me, the rice sounds like the water's gone down. I'm gonna check. Voila, it has. Yes. I'm not turning it like ugali, I'm just passing through it across, like I'm drawing across literally. Okay? So this helps if there was some rice that was on top that did not get enough water, okay? You're supposed to add this when the water has actually massively reduced, so you can just hold on to it. Don't be in a rush. Okay, so now we have a drink. What else do we need? People are waiting for me to serve, but the food is so, like, this is the thing. Every time I'm making like 2 things, I feel like I'm making less things. But every time I'm making 3 things, then I feel like I'm making too many things. Like every time I'm cooking 3 meals or I'm making 3 dishes, I feel like, is it too much? Is it too little? You know? But it takes enough time to actually not let me be free like this. Because like right now, I've done the dishes that I've used. My chicken is baking. My rice is cooking. What else am I supposed to do? Nothing. That's the problem. I've never made a drink. I'm not going to say I invented this drink, but I found that people were having it here, but with a twist of lemon. That was all me. Thank me later. You should actually try it. Okay guys, so what we need to do next is we need to set up the plates for our serving. Rice dries up so fast. Before you know it, it's gonna be here. And so basically our water has now massively reduced to where we wanted it to, and this is gonna go in fast now. So I'm just going to spread it all over this because first is I don't need it to overcook, and second is I need it to give me that color that I'm paying it for, okay? Remember when I said you need to reduce the heat? This is the time. So now, we're moving from a 6 to a 2. 6 to a 2, okay, from 6 to 2. So that is literally more than half reduction in heat. The next thing I'm thinking of, how to present this meal, okay? So something I always say about cooking, it's not just about what you're making, how you're making it, it's also about how you're presenting it. It doesn't matter if you're cooking for guests or you're cooking for 2 people or for yourself. Try to make your meals as presentable as possible. You're gonna fall in love with cooking, believe me. Yeah, trust me on that. So I don't know, I'm the expert, but yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. Like, you need to care about how you cook the meal, and that is not the only part that you need to pay attention to. You also need to pay attention to how you present the meal, even to yourself. Like when you cook this meal at home alone, make it look like you're trying to sell it to somebody, and you're gonna fall in love with cooking all the way. Okay, so I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but it is what it is. Okay, so let's get this bad boy on the road. First, we need to check on our chicken, whom I think is doing amazing. I hope. 1 minute is I hope, 1 minute is I think so. Yeah, I hope she's doing great. I like to always use this because it's hot and I need somewhere to place it. As far as our rice is concerned, it's completely done, so. Yeah, our chicken was just doing the most in there. Making easy and nicely. Well, she is well done, which is what I like to see. And she's also very soft, so that's great. First things first. Whichever piece you choose, take it off. The thing about baked meats, they just have this softness to them. Yeah, and if you're a crunchy lover kind of person, You might not like them because of that, but as long as they're tasty and they're moist, I see why. Why not? Like, I don't see why you shouldn't try that. Well, if you're a crunch lover person, you should once in a while. Like me, I am a crunchy meat kind of person, but here I am. Trying new things, hey. Okay, so let's have this rice. Let's have this rice. How is this rice getting served, my lord? So remember, I'm trying not to crash into the potatoes. I also need my top part to look amazing. Just gonna push that there. Okay, so another thing that I forgot to bring, which I'm going to get into just now, is my tomato salsa. And yes, that needs to be here too, so everybody needs to be here. I know a lot of you just look at this and they're like, why is she doing too much? Okay, so if anybody remembers, we had our tomato salsa, which is something we need to put in here somewhere. Okay, I'm just gonna place it on its own corner because we don't want it to confuse the masses. And next, we're gonna do this chicken strip. And guess who else is coming to the party? Yes. My lord, I get so excited about cooking that people actually think I'm going crazy. I mean, there's like 18 of you watching and I'm super excited. Like, like I'm gonna present this to the whole world. But yo, it comes with passion, okay? So I'm gonna add somebody, my favorite. She's from South Africa, all the way. It's all guacamole. It's actually avocado, but yo, you can call it guac for the night. Yeah, like I said, I get so excited about meals, and guys, this is ours. You have your grilled chicken, baked chicken, and you have your tomato salsa in there, and then you have your guacamole, your avocado, and you have your potato fried rice. Okay, I know it's giving Caribbean, it's giving everything all together, it's giving everybody unite, because my avocado is from South Africa. The rice kind of looks Kenyan and Caribbean mixed, I don't know. The chicken, I don't know, it's black people's thing, so yeah, you can ask me where the chicken is from. But yo, it's actually from France, the chicken. So this is our dinner. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, I love it. I love everything about it. So thank you so much for watching. And I'm always doing these live streams. Hope to see you again tomorrow. And enjoy the rest of your night. Bye.